Okay. So, for many of you who are still confused about it, you need to watch this show, Underground Railroad, on Prime, because this will explain pretty much exactly how the African American was treated during slavery. And it also explains why the majority of African Americans now are in this sub state that they're in because of the brainwashing that occurred during slavery. You know, it's sad. It's so sad how they fooled y'all because all they did was tell you that, oh, that's not real. It's not real. They didn't really do that to people. Don't believe that. And y'all believed it. That was it. No elaborate plan. They just said, oh, that's Hollywood. That's parlor tricks. It's fake. And y'all believed it. Uh, uh, uh. Crazy. So I'm about to narrate or commentate actually this little clip of this show so y'all can see what's really going on. You talk about critical race theory. Yeah, it is critical because everything Caucasians did was critical. Check it out. Same way we live now. Same way. Except we had more morals about ourselves then. Look at how they dressed with respect, not like whores and floozies. Oh, what's happening now? See that? See the sarcasm? See the belittlement? And this is on the daily. On the daily. This is the way we was treated. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be a little understanding about the rebellion that happened because of this treatment. We weren't taken in under the wings of the colonists and treated with respect and equals and allowed to grow and thrive like other foreigners were allowed. I mean, they weren't really allowed to grow and thrive if you check the history because there was always resistance to them bettering themselves. But for some reason, us, oh boy, we just got the worst end of it all. And I think it's really because that we are the original children of Israel. That's what the history books are looking like it's saying. Deuteronomy 28, carried away on ships. Who was carried away on ships but us? Think about that. But anyway, let's finish this. Mm, they got it from their daddy. Yeah, he don't care what they think about him or what anybody else think about him, for that matter. Look at what they doing, how they treat people. I, I, how could you sleep at night doing this type of stuff? But they had no problem sleeping at all. None. Matter of fact, they ain't had no problem with going down there and sleeping with the slaves. I'm quite sure them queer boys was out back then too. So that buck that they had out in the field, oh yeah, yeah, he was loving him. Yeah, nasty. Always been nasty, still nasty now. But that's not the topic today. The topic today is slavery, because some of y'all don't think it's real. So you about to learn today. Now here he go, starting some mess. His brother told him one of the slave boys could recite the Declaration of Independence, and so he gonna jump from the old man onto this now. He just don't know when to quit. Always gotta have something started. Mr. Instigation. And that's funny to him. Now, watch this. He set him up for failure. It would have been over with, but, you know, he's so happy to please the master, because that's the way that they had us. You know, acting like, I don't know what in the world you call that. Like, like, it's crazy. You know, it would have been over. But now he done set the little boy up for failure to keep it going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we still doing stuff like that today. Setting other people up. You know? Instead of letting it go. Just let it die out. But no. We want to keep it going, because gotta do good for the massa. Kissing mass. Yeah, you can be a mass kisser if you want. But I don't kiss no mass. You hear that? Get us all killed. He's scared, so he feel he better please that guy or somebody gonna die. That's the way life was back then. And you wonder why the African American act the way they act now? You can't just set somebody free without retraining, remedial training to get that brainwashing out of their mind so they can be normal now. Really? That's just like taking a war hero and putting them right back into society. Rambo, huh? How well did that work? Not well at all. So how you think you're gonna take a slave, somebody you done mentally broke down? You know when them females get abducted and enslaved by those majority of the time same Caucasian dudes. It's like the lot of them are evil. It's more of them that's evil than that's good. Just look around you. Whether they police officers, firefighters, paramedics, they all do the same disrespectful stuff. All of them. Why is that? And it doesn't matter. Every continent, they got their hand in doing something. They came here to the Americas and killed and raped the natural inhabitants, stole their land, and then they want to get upset when they attack them back. Talking about the savages are attacking. You the savages. You're the one that came somewhere from nowhere and started killing up people to get stuff. When you probably could have made a treaty with them and had a certain amount of land. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way they were doing it. But no, not the Caucasian. We just gonna come and take everything. Him and that Persian, they wicked. They the most wicked people in history. I would say more wicked than the Chinese, the Asians. The Asians have done some wicked stuff in history. Check the books, History Channel on YouTube. It's a lot of information there. Y'all need to get cracking because you're ignorant. Ignorance is not bliss. There's nothing blissful about being stupid, okay? Ignorance is piss. People in sorrowful sin. And that's what this is. They're ignorant too, even though they're the masters and they may be educated, they're still ignorant because they're living in sin, doing sinful things because they're sinful men. And when you're a sinful person, you get your just requirement. Trust me. But let's see what happened with this.
Human advance becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political past which connected with another, and to assume amongst the powers of the earth the separate and equal station of the laws of nature and nature's God. I'm sorry, Master. I'm sorry.
See how that just got blown out of proportion? Look at that. Treating a little boy like that. Look at that. And she go to try to save him. And he got his hand on that gun, boy. See, this is the reality of it. The reality. But they don't want to show you this. They don't want you to see what they did. Well, you're going to see it now because it's out there. And he escaping. He said, I'm tired of this. Good time to escape, but he ain't playing good. Because they showing up preoccupied. And look at this. For him messing up and for her trying to help the boy, they being whipped. And look how they just standing there like nonchalant. Like, this is nothing what we doing. We do this all day. They got everybody standing there watching. So they know not to do anything else. So they know not to repeat what was done. Scare tactics. Look at it. You know, these people still alive today, still doing this same stuff. The overseer is the officer. Yeah. Still beating us down at any whim that they have just for being African. I ain't black. That's a slave master term. And you dumb if you utilize it. They stole African and gave you black, just like they stole Kunta and gave him Toby. It's a slave name, black. Black is a slave name. And I refuse to go by such slave names. The name my mother gave me is different. You'll change that name and then you'll turn around and call yourself the ultimate slave name, black. That's all it is a slave name given by your former masters. You are African, not black. You don't hear them calling the Asian yellow man. He'll get his butt kicked. They don't take that. They don't go around calling themselves yellow. The Indian, the real Indian from India, don't go around calling himself brown. And the Hispanic sure enough don't call himself red. So why should we call ourselves black? Because that's that slave mentality. You stuck in it and don't even know it. So sad. You need to wake up, people. This is the reality. Underground Railroad, check it out. Check it out. If you want to see how slave life was, check this joint out. I'm telling you, get the education America refused to give you. They know how wrong they were. Yeah. Be blessed, family.